Hey, 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 beautiful heart, what's vibing today? All right, I am back to do another reading. Let's check out what is going on in this crazy energy. You guys have been hearing me talk about it. I know I haven't been doing as many readings or as many videos as I have in the past. Um, Remember at the end of July, I said August was going to be weird. Things were going to be speeding up. Energy was going to be chaotic. That was not a double dog dare. That was not for August to say, here, hold my beer, watch this. But that's that's what August has been so far. I thank you for your patience. July was another wild month. I really haven't shared what's been going on, but just know it's all good. But to get to the good, we have to go through these shadow phases, the phases where we need to just deal with life. So, not always the shadow within us, because when you do that shadow work, there's always the other side of that, which is okay, you faced your fears, you've been looking at all your beliefs, changing things up. Once you go through that, you open that door, walk in, now you get to put it to practice. You get life experiences. These life experiences are going to come up in the form of old energy, recycled experiences, same energy, different people, different places, things like that. The key here, when you find yourself going through that, it's really just the test of, okay, you no longer align with that. You now align over here. But when this appearance tries to come over here and say, hey, but look at me, this is your opportunity to prove this to yourself. You're not here to prove it to anybody else. You're here to prove it to you. It's your chance to say, nope, you know what? I know that was my past. I no longer resonate with that. Here is my truth. So, in other words, not giving into the illusion that the past really holds power. The past doesn't hold power over you unless you put your attention on it. All right. With all that said, I do feel that many of you in my collective have been facing a lot of things from the past coming back. Now, most of you have some solid footing under you. You have been doing this work, you're getting through this. But like I said, this summer, the energy has been cranked up. The end of last year, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know I came out and said at the end of 2022, buckle up, buttercups, 2023 is going to be wild. I also said, watch out for the summer of 2023. The world is going to be on fire, literally and metaphorically. This has to happen for the exposure of all that has been hidden, all of the shadows that have been hidden for this stuff to come up. A lot of it would be all, almost unbelievable and really shocking if we haven't had little sprinkles of it throughout the past few years. Guys, there's been so much that's been hidden in plain sight. Most people aren't picking up on that because they're so focused on the media, the hyperboil and fake news and all of this that they're not really seeing what's going on underneath. So here we are. This is what we're going through. We're going through this personally as well as globally. And here we are, the middle of August already. What's going on? Globally, the world's on fire. So lots of exposure coming. I'm not going to get into any of that or what's going on behind the scenes, this, that, and the other. But I will say what's going on in Maui is something very close to my heart. I have a lot of ties to the Hawaiian Islands. I used to live there. Um, don't believe what you're seeing in the media. There's so much more to it. But as I said, not going into that. Keep your focus. I mean, lift them up, send positive vibes that way. Um, you know, we are all going to come out of this completely changed. Again, this is a global reset. So you're already feeling this reset in your life. Now it's spreading out. This is what the inner journey, the work, the awakening is all about. It starts with us individually, because individually, as we do the work, we change. Then it's the butterfly effect. It goes out, it affects the people we're connected to, our communities, our work, things like that. Now it starts to spread. And we're seeing it again with ourselves personally and now on a larger global scale. So, did not mean to go down that rabbit hole, but here we are. Guys, I have got to turn off this. Let me move this incense because holy moly. It's not stopping. I'm smoking myself out. Okay. Woo! There we go. All right. Back to the show. So, all that to say, hopefully you guys are still here. In meditation for this reading, I was really picking up on this energy. I know that's not very descriptive. The energy of someone coming through something that has been really heavy, and heavy in the way of it feels as if lately at summertime that your life has been feeling like you're walking through or trying to walk through a pit of quicksand. And I know that I have a wide range in my audience age-wise. So not all of you are going to get what I'm about to say. But I'm Gen X, for those of you who don't know. So back in the 80s, early 80s, Intellivision came out with a gaming console. They had this game, Pitfall. I love the game Pitfall. But in that, he, as he's going through the jungle, whatever, there's this, he has to jump through or over these big areas of quicksand. So that's the image that I'm getting, that these this old energy, these hurdles, these experiences, these thoughts and beliefs that are coming back up like a whack-a-mole game is literally like this trying to jump over the quicksand. Now, if you didn't grab the rope or you missed the rope and you fell into the quicksand, the more you struggled to get out of the quicksand, the more it drags you down. I mean, that's the whole point of quicksand. If you find yourself in quicksand, do not struggle. It will bring you down further. That's the energy that I'm feeling you're moving out from. So this quicksand phase in your life. So as I was meditating on that, and you guys already know, as I meditate, I shuffle the cards, and whatever comes out, that's what I take. So this is where we're at. These are what came out. So as I was feeling this quicksand energy, I was also feeling the energy of coming out of the quicksand. I do feel this energy changed yesterday with the new moon. If you haven't seen my new moon reading, go check it out. But this new moon, this was a really powerful new moon. It really brought in a great boost of energy if you worked with it, to release this quicksand mentality. I'm going to call this energy a quicksand mentality. Um, there were situations with other people that seemed like the past, and many of you got into your head and out of a habit, like jumped right into it. But the other part of you is like, no, 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 can't be thinking that, can't be thinking that. Let me look at this way. But there was that quicksand struggle. This was all to get you to this point of release, really proving to yourself that where you put your attention, that's where your energy goes. What you think about, you bring about. So if you think people are talking about you, if you think people are against you, guess what? That's how you are going to perceive and filter everything. You're not leaving room for anything else. Now, for those of you who have been working on that and are in this energy of, I know that's really not what's going on, but I'm having a really hard time seeing something else. For those of you who are just saying, you know what, that's not my truth anymore. Something just must be going on. I'm not going to take it personally. I'm not going to identify with it. I'm not going to attach to it. And you practice this emotional distance and just sort of let things go. This new energy came in, and you were able to see, like, oh, okay. Yeah, really, what I think about and how I think about it is what the universe is going to bring to me via my experiences. So, all of this to say, you are really getting these cosmic lessons of, hey, you really do create your own reality. And guess what? Reality is only sort of real. You know, you've heard me talk about, you and I could be in the same place, having the same experience, witnessing the same things. I could have a different recollection about it than you, or vice versa, when we go to talk about the experience. Doesn't mean I'm right and you're wrong, or you're right and I'm wrong. None of that. It is literally two different perspectives based on our own internal filters and how we are working with the energy of whatever went on. It's beliefs, perspectives. And guys, beliefs are nothing more than thoughts you keep thinking until you believe it to be true. So they can always be changed. It is one part of the formula for manifesting and changing your reality. It is not the entirety. So be very careful of people who stop at, well, just change your thoughts and everything else will change. You know, it's all about your thoughts. That is one piece of the equation. It is not the totality. So you only have part of the formula. The other part is your feelings. Your feelings rise up to match your thoughts. Because you can have a thought, you can have a runaway thought that you want to change. You know it's not truth, but if you're not addressing your feelings about it, you're finding yourself in that quicksand pit. All right, let's jump into the reading. I have gone way off on a tangent, but somebody needed that context. So here we go. As I said, you're one foot in quicksand, 1 foot on the other side. So here, feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. There we go, with the light. It's number 20. Every choice has a consequence. Guys, consequence doesn't mean it's bad. It's not negative. It just means for every action, there is a reaction. Okay. So what choices are you wanting to experience? What do I mean by that? Where you put your attention, your energy goes. What you think about, you bring about. So if you're sitting there in your thoughts saying, oh, I'm positive, I want this change, blah, blah, blah. But in the next sentence, whether you are verbally expressing it or internally saying it, that you are plotting or planning for whatever you want to happen, for it not to happen, guess what? You're going to manifest what you're putting your emotions into. So if you're saying you want success, but you're planning for failure, you're going to get failure. So this is what I'm talking about. This feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. Your emotions, your feelings are magnetic. Those are going to attract to you more of what you're feeling. In other words, more of what you're planning for. So stop planning for the failure. Stop planning for not having it. A simple example of this is, let's say you've got bills due, and an emergency comes up, or whatever money you had to go towards whatever you need, mortgage, rent, car payment, whatever. And then something happens. Now you have this choice. Do I pay the rent? Do I buy the food? Because now this happened. But you're believing that, you know what? I'm going to have the money. I'm going to have the money. But because it hasn't shown up instantaneously, the next thought is planning. What am I going to say to whoever? What am I going to say to the bank? What am I going to say to this person? Why I can't pay this. That's dual energy. That is opposite energy. You have more history in the lack and the negativity. That's what's going to come back faster than the other, because now these are new habits. So that's what I'm talking about, choices and consequences. So really discipline yourself for the rest of August to focus thoughts and emotions on all the amazing things that can go right, not what can go wrong. Number 11, deep quiet, meditation and stillness. When this card flew out, what I was feeling was somebody listening to this, you are talking to too many people. Gotta zip your lip, go within. Somebody is oversharing. You're seeking advice and validation outside of you. You're seeking answers outside of you. That is a bad habit. It is the older energy. Cut it out. This is saying, especially with number 11, is go within. The answers that you need are within. You're not going to find them in the opinions and advice of others. Now, full disclosure, I'm not saying don't see a therapist, don't talk to people. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is this energy is about somebody who is going to people looking for them to give you the answer. So this is altered ego shadow energy. It is that victim mentality of, well, I didn't know what to do, so I went to so and so, they gave me this advice, and then it didn't work out, so it's their fault. Stop. No, own your own shit, okay? Go within, get quiet, quiet the noise, let the energy settle down so you can hear. Meditation, prayer, stillness, it is not about bringing a grocery list and saying, I need this, this, and this is going on. Oh, you don't know how hard it is, blah, blah, blah. No, you were taught wrong. That's why there's a lot of things going off wrong in your life. Prayer, meditation, and stillness is about quieting monkey mind and getting yourself into a receptive mode to receive information, but not from outside of you. All right. Number 49, skywriting, the fates. What were we just talking about? Where you put your attention, your energy goes. What you think on and what you feel, you will bring about. So that's the overall energy. Not surprising that these cards came flying out, and these guys really did come flying out. We've got the 10 of Wands, Knight of Cups, King of Cups reverse, Temperance reverse, 5 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles reverse, 8 of Cups, 9 of Wands. This tells the story of the overall energy. So yeah, 10 of Wands, you are exhausted, overwhelmed, really ready for change. This is an energy of you really want the change to come in, so you're not focusing on what you really need to close out. There's this energy of really needing to close down a cycle, almost like an official shutdown, closing the chapter, closing the book. But instead, you're just like, well, if I don't look at it, then it doesn't really exist. That's altered ego, that's shadow energy. With the Knight of Cups and then the King of Cups reversed, your emotions are out of balance, with Temperance in reverse too. This is saying to me that over the past couple of weeks or last couple of days, you have really been coming more from an emotional place. The emotions have come up almost like out of the blue, and they've gotten you off balance. And you're not seeing clearly, kind of like what I was talking about in the beginning of feeling like people are against you or, whatever. That's this. And these feelings and emotions out of balance have to do with what you're thinking. That dual energy, you want change, you want to be positive, but yet you're thinking about all the old stuff. 5 of Swords, conflict, arguments, not seeing eye to eye with others, not feeling like you're on the same page. This is really giving me this energy, and especially with 8 of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Cups upright, and 9 of Wands. You were doing really well focusing on yourself, what you need to do, and then all of a sudden you started putting your attention on others, kind of what's going on, and losing focus on what you should be doing. This could even be where somebody brought something to you. You've put whatever you were working on pause to jump into this, when you really shouldn't be over here thinking these thoughts or having these feelings around it. In other words, there are some things that you have picked up that really just need to be put down and let be. Don't feed that energy. Yeah, you've picked it up and you're carrying it as if it's your own. It's not even yours to carry. 8 of Cups. You need to leave, like what I was just saying. There's something that you have taken on, feels like somebody else didn't do what they were supposed to do, or didn't come through the way they were supposed to, what have you. You took it on as if it's your own failure. You weren't there for them, or you didn't help them enough. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Do not take on other people's stuff as your responsibility. This is what has happened. I feel like you were really focusing on you, not letting things in, and then all of a sudden something switched up, you let it in, and you're sitting with it still. Let it go. Yes, this has become your burden. You've been a bit defensive about it, and you've been internalizing it, which has created a lot of out of balance feelings and emotions for you. All right. Let me wrap this up. Let me grab a few more cards to end this. So now we know shadow wise what's going on, what's playing out in the subconscious. Okay, so now we have the High Priestess, the Hierophant, Justice, Knight of Swords, and Two of Cups. 3 major arcanas here. So 3 major arcanas from the soul. For those of you who don't know, and I didn't say, this deck that I'm using is the Violet Soul Tarot. This one here is the Dark Reflections. I use this for the subconscious and the shadow. I use this for the soul. So, yeah, this is huge. This is a major transformation. That's why everything feels so heightened. The High Priestess tapping in to that innate knowing. You know that you know that you know, but you can't explain how you know. This is being tapped in, tuned in, moving in secret or moving in silence. So this is where this new energy comes in that you're saying, you know what? Nope. I'm going to go into the deep quiet. I'm not taking this to anybody else, not having these conversations. I'm just going to move in silence. I'm going to get my answers. The Hierophant. This is a teacher, a spiritual teacher. You know, literally, we've got Pisces, we've got Taurus, and we have Libra here with Justice. You moving in silence, putting your focus back on you, your growth, what you need to do. This is not a time to be putting your attention on others and solving their problems. This is what is going to balance the scales. You have been living a life that has been out of balance. You have been more of the giver. It's now your time to receive, but literally this energy that is coming up, you losing your focus, putting it on outside of you, is blocking, shutting the door to your receiving. This is now time with this Knight of Swords to move into a place of receiving, shutting down all of the thoughts, that mental chatter. Two of Cups. Twos are about choices. Two of Cups is also, yes, it is a soulmate card. It's about love, blah, blah, blah. In this reading, this is saying, choose you. Pour those emotions and feelings and love into you, what you want and your passion, so that this new energy, it's on tap, it's ready for you to step into it, that you can do that. Stop getting in your own way. That's literally been the challenge your whole life. You keep getting in your own way. Why? Because it's that old subconscious habit of thoughts and beliefs. Yep. Chaser, spiritual awakening. Whoa, this one's upside down. Heartbreak, leaving all of that behind. See, when you get into that chaser energy, go, 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 got to make something work. Oh my gosh, something's off with this person. Let me go fix it. Let me find out what's going on. Let me own stuff. You bring on your own heartbreak. Stop breaking your own heart. You're breaking your own heart because of your thoughts and your feelings. You're going through a major spiritual awakening that does feel like a massive heartbreak. But holding on to those thoughts and emotions is what is keeping this going. It's time to let it go. Meaningful coincidences. Yeah. That's what's wanting to come in. I do feel that you guys have been having meaningful coincidences, but this older energy coming up is really pulling you back to that whole Murphy's Law. What could go wrong will go wrong. Burn that, burn that, burn that. All right, guys, this was really long-winded. I hope it helped. I hope you got something out of it, whatever you needed for today for you. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. As always, I am sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. Alakai, Alakai, Alakai. Bye-bye.